This week on Inside Boulder News, Council decides to ask voters to renew a dedicated Parks and Recreation tax, a Denver Nuggets player stops in at a Boulder basketball camp, and restored Boulder train assets are unveiled at the Colorado Railroad Museum.
Welcome to Inside Boulder, featuring topics and stories that impact the community of Boulder, with Patrick von Kaiserling and Jennifer Bray. And on the news desk, Natalie Wood and Mike Banuelos bring you the stories making headlines in the community this week. Inside Boulder News starts now.
Welcome to Inside Boulder News. I'm Natalie Wood. Boulder voters will be asked in November to renew a 0.25% sales and use tax to provide funding dedicated to parks and recreation after a council vote on Tuesday. The tax amounts to 1/4 cent on any taxable dollar spent and generates about $7 million a year. It is set to expire in December 2015. Council discussed the possibility of seeking to undedicate the tax, which would have allowed it to be used for parks and recreation expenses, but also for other city needs. However, a majority of members said they believed the revenue generated should remain earmarked for a variety of reasons. These included the fact that parks and recreation is a high community priority. If passed by voters, the tax would remain in effect until December 2035. Young basketball players got some tips from a pro this week at South Boulder Rec Center. Nuggets player Arron Afflalo showed up at the Denver Nuggets basketball camp to talk to young athletes about his experience with the game. Kids even got the chance to play against the 6'5" Nuggets guard, and their training paid off. Take a look.
Your love, your competitive spirit, your passion for the game starts when you're really, really young. I have pictures of my first basketball when I was 2, actually, but my first game was when I was 6 years old, and I've been playing basketball ever since.
Kids in the National Basketball Academy's Nuggets camp are learning basketball skills at an early age, and young athletes in Boulder got some special coaching this week.
Anytime I can come and give them words of encouragement, let them know they're on the right path, give them some advice to kind of kickstart, they're wanting to be better at basketball. It's a lot of fun.
Kids took a break from their drills to play some ball with the Nuggets guard, and it wasn't necessarily an easy feat for Afflalo.
The kids enjoy any chance they can to score a basket or get them out or, a variety of different other things.
But the visit from Denver's number 6 wasn't all about play. Afflalo is an example of working hard to achieve success.
If you're not 7 feet tall or can jump through a basket, then it's all work ethic. I mean, you have to put in crazy amount of hours, and Arron's a perfect example of that. Just because he's not 7 feet and you don't see him dunking on guys every play. He just works extremely hard, and it comes to play his very best every game, and we appreciate that, and that's why we like doing stuff with him.
I'm just so proud of these kids taking some of their free time in the summer to not only enjoy the game, but actually be doing drills, working at the game.
Campers will have the chance to see Afflalo in action this season. Each player received a free ticket to a Nuggets game. Check out thebasketballacademy.com for information about the program and upcoming Nuggets camps. The City of Boulder's rich train history was in the spotlight last Saturday during a special celebration at the Colorado Railroad Museum in Golden. Supporters gathered at a ribbon-cutting and spike drive event to celebrate the restoration of a historic locomotive, coach, and caboose. People were able to take a ride on the coach, and entrance to the museum was free for Boulder residents.
We're down here in Golden, Colorado today at the Railroad Museum celebrating having our train here, which has historically been in Boulder and was in Central Park and played a big part in the history of Boulder.
We also have the caboose here, which is also very cool, and it started out as a flat car and then was converted into a caboose. We're very excited to see the restoration efforts and thank everybody who was involved in that. And I think it's a very proud moment for Boulder to have this history and then to be able to now eventually bring it back to Boulder so that our community can enjoy it and understand better our real railroad history in Boulder.
I think it's pretty clear in Boulder that we have a real soft spot for trains. Anyone who watched the depot move a couple of times, we put a lot of time and effort and money into that. To go along with the depot, to actually have the train itself here that's associated with Boulder's history is just great. And I personally would love to see them reunited at some point. And maybe we can, when we figure out exactly what the plan is going to be, get the train here close to the depot, close to the railroad tracks, so it has some context and so that all the residents of Boulder and visitors can enjoy it.
The train will remain stationed at the Colorado Railroad Museum until the City of Boulder determines the best long-term location closer to home. The USA Pro Cycling Challenge is expected to draw more than 100,000 spectators to Boulder, and with a crowd like that, parking and transportation on race day will be difficult. Inside Boulder News talked to city officials about how people can get around town and view the race on August 25th.
We're planning right now for 100 to 150,000 people coming to Boulder on that day. So there's only about 7,000 parking spaces. So if you don't have to drive, don't drive.
The Hawk will be operating all day on Saturday for free, so people can utilize transit to get downtown. There will, of course, be a couple interruptions during the day when the race comes through in the morning, and then in the afternoon we're going to do some route detours for the 45 minutes that the peloton's coming through in the afternoon.
Parking garages, city parking lots are going to be open, but not free like they normally are on the weekend. All city-owned garages, all city-owned parking lots, and many portions of the streets will be marked for no parking, or they will be designated as event parking only. And we're asking $30 to park.
You'll have to pay to park your car in most places in Boulder on race day. Bike parking will be free, so we're really encouraging folks to use their biking option and get downtown or wherever else they want to go. My advice is to plan ahead and plan early. The earlier you decide you want to get downtown, the more success you're going to have, because no matter which way you try to get downtown, the later you try to get there, the more congested it's going to be, no matter what mode of transportation you choose to use.
Keep watching for more information and updates on the USA Pro Cycling Challenge. Thanks for watching Inside Boulder News. Stay in touch with us on Facebook by submitting news tips and questions. Just search for City of Boulder Channel 8. More Inside Boulder is next.